Hello students, welcome to the class. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Today let's start chapter 11. As in the previous class we have completed chapter 10. So let's start chapter 11, water resources. So what is water? Water is an important natural resource. So all living things are dependent on water and it has an integral part of their bodies. Many plant and animals can live only in water. Water is also a very important component of our diet. We need water for our daily activities and about 3/4 part of our earth, also called the blue plant, as it covered with water. This water is present as fresh water, sea water and brackish water. So here it's a hot summer day. You are back home tired after your day out. So suppose it's a hot summer day and you are back home tired after your day out. As you were out of the home and when you back home, you were tired and you hurriedly take a glass of water and gulp it as fast as you can. Now you are relieved and of exhaustion. Now you are relieved of exhaustion and imagine if there was no water in the house, how would you feel? Without water, we cannot imagine our life, as water is the most essential component and it is an important natural resources. We need water in our daily activities, so you can pull on without food but not without water for long. Water is needed not only for drinking but also for cooking, washing, generating electricity and for growing crops. Without water, even the most fertile soil will fail to produce anything. We need water for agriculture. So without water, the soil will fail to produce anything. Sources of water. A large part of the earth, about 71%, is covered with water. And most of the water is found in the ocean and sea. But this water is salty. The water which is found in ocean and sea are salty and cannot be used for domestic or agriculture purposes. We cannot use ocean and sea water for domestic or agriculture purposes. Less than 3% of water on earth is fresh water. So about less than 3% of water on earth is fresh water and it is only water which we can use for our daily activities. Fresh water is found in river, lake, snow and under the ground. And rain is the most important source of fresh water. So fresh water contains lesser amount of dissolved salt than seawater. We must use fresh water for our daily activities like washing, cooking, drinking, bathing and agriculture. And rain is the chief source of fresh water on earth. Fresh water is present in rivers, lake, pond, tanks, wells. Now you can see rain is the most important source of fresh water. Our country mostly depends on the monsoon rainfall for agriculture and other purposes. Agriculture needs regular water supply. However, since rainfall is not uniform and constant, this creates a lot of problem for our farmers who need water to irrigate their fields. For this reason, development of irrigation system is necessary. The main source of water on earth is rain. Water is an essential to grow crops the year around, but water distribution and rainfall pattern is uncertain. Water is stored by building canals, dams, reservoirs and tanks. So the water distribution and rainfall pattern is uncertain, and the water is stored by building canals, dams, reservoirs and tanks. So this water is then supplied to fields through pipes and channels. This is called irrigation. The water thus collected is directed to the fields through channels dug in the ground called canals and is used to water plants and crops. This is called irrigation. So this reduces our dependence on rain. So river, ponds, lakes and streams are filled with water during rainy season. In places where there are rivers, the river water is cleaned and supplied for drinking and irrigation purposes. Some amount of rainwater also seeps deep into the ground and get stored there. And the river, ponds, lakes and streams are filled with water during rainy season. And in places where there are rivers, the water is cleaned. So first the water is cleaned and supplied for drinking and for irrigation purposes. River water is supplied to household through pipes. In some villages, rainwater collected in pond and tank is used for irrigation. This type of irrigation is called tank irrigation. You can see the tank irrigation, where in some villages rainwater they collect rainwater in pond and tank and is used for irrigation. And this system of irrigation is called tank irrigation. Then underground water. So some amount of rainwater also seeps deep into the ground and gets stored there. This is called groundwater. Wells are dug in the fields to use the groundwater for irrigation. Tube wells are built to draw out water with help of electric pumps. In places where there are no rivers but there is enough underground water, wells dug. So in some places where there are no rivers but there is enough underground water, in some places there are enough underground water, so wells are dug and underground water is brought into the surface through these wells. Then the underground water is brought to the surface with the help of these wells. A pulley is used to draw out water from the well. A pulley is used to draw out water from the well. And tube wells and hand pumps are also used to bring underground water to the surface. With the help of tube wells and hand pumps, the underground water is brought to the surface. Tube wells and wells into which tubes are installed, water is brought to the surface using pumps, then run on electricity or diesel. Then the water is brought to the surface using pumps that run electricity or diesel. Tube wells are commonly used for irrigation in states like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat. And hand pumps are operated by hand to draw out underground water. In some villages use the person wheel to draw underground water from wells for domestic and irrigation purposes. Here this is well. Hand pump is usually 15 meter deep. The rod the woman is holding is called the force rod, which when moved up and down pumps out water. This rod is called the force rod. And here this is tube well. Tube well are built to draw out water with the help of electric pumps. Sometimes strong and high walls are built across the river to stop the water from flowing. These walls hold back the flow of water. Dam, reservoir and canals are built to ensure regular supply of water for irrigation. A dam is a wall built across the river to hold back the flow of water. Dams ensure an adequate supply of water by storing water in terms of surplus and releasing it in times of scarcity, thus also preventing floods. Dams are used to generate hydroelectricity, that is electricity generated from water. Dams hold back the flow of water during rainy season when river overflow. When the river overflow, dams hold back the flow of water during rainy season, and dams have special gates, that is called sluice gate, that can be opened and closed to control the flow of water. Here the picture is given. Sluice gates may be hand operated, chain pulled or electrically powered. Water that gets stored in the reservoir, that is artificial lake behind the dam, is used for irrigation when there is shortage of water. The water stored is then channelized for irrigating fields. Canals or small channels are dug to carry the stored water to irrigate the fields. In India, the northern plains, the central India and the coastal areas are irrigated through canals. So canals or small channels are dug to carry the stored water to irrigate the field. And in India, the northern plain, the central India, so these places in India like the northern plain and central India and the coastal areas are irrigated through canals. One such canal is in the Indira Gandhi Canal in Rajasthan, and it takes water from the Satluj river to the northwest area of Rajasthan, making them green and fertile. This Indira Gandhi Canal, and it takes water from the river Satluj to the northwest areas of Rajasthan to make them green and fertile. Dams, the multi-purpose project. Dams are also called multi-purpose project because of their multiple uses. Dam is known as multi-purpose project because it has many multiple uses. Dams not only control flood but also help in fish breeding. Dams help to generate electricity. In a dam, water is made to fall from a great height. The force of this falling water is used to generate electricity. The electricity thus produced is called hydroelectricity or hydel power. The electricity generated from water. Some of the multi-purpose projects in India are Bhakra Nangal Dam. So these are the multi-purpose project in India. The first one is Bhakra Nangal Dam. It is the highest dam in India and it is built on Satluj river in Himachal Pradesh. So Bhakra Nangal Dam is the highest dam in India, and this dam is built on river Satluj in Himachal Pradesh, and it provides electricity and water for irrigation to Delhi and its neighbouring states. So Bhakra Nangal Dam provides electricity and water for irrigation to Delhi and the neighbouring states of Delhi. Then Damodar Valley project is built on the Damodar river. The dam provides water for irrigation to West Bengal. So the Bhakra Nangal Dam is the biggest dam in the world, and the Damodar Valley project, the dam is the biggest dam in India. Then Hirakund Dam. This dam is built on the Mahanadi river in Odisha and is the longest dam in India, and the Hirakund Dam is man-made dam. Then Sardar Sarovar Dam. This dam is built on the Narmada river. So the river on river Narmada, the Sardar Sarovar Dam is built, and it provides water to Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. Then Farakka Barrage. So Farakka Barrage, this dam built on river Ganga, and it supplies water to West Bengal and Bangladesh. Nagarjuna Sagar Dam. This dam is built on the river Krishna in Andhra Pradesh. And on the Krishna river, that is in Andhra Pradesh, the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam is built. Here you can have a look. The picture is given of a Nagarjuna Sagar Dam in your book. Water pollution. Rainwater is the purest form of water available on earth. The other sources of water like river, lake, pond, etc. may not be pure. Rainwater is the purest form of water that is available on earth, and the other sources of water like river, pond, lakes, etc. are not pure, may not be pure due to large scale pollution. There may be dust, germs, bacteria and many other impurities in the water. Due to the pollution, there may be dust, germs, bacteria and many other impurities in the water found in these water bodies. Sometimes human activities like washing clothes or utensils or bathing animals in rivers and lakes lead to water pollution. So, washing clothes or utensils makes water polluted, or bathing of animals in rivers and lake leads to water pollution. Then dumping of waste into the rivers and harmful waste material from industry dumped into these water bodies also pollute the water. Also, chemically treated water from some industries when released into fresh water sources cause water pollution. So when river dump toxic waste into river, water get polluted or dirty. So dirty water when consumed leads to diseases like cholera, jaundice and typhoid. So before using water, we must ensure that is fit for consumption. If it is impure, it has to be purified before we use it. At home, store water is in a clean and covered container. So we cannot consume dirty water because it leads to disease like cholera, jaundice and typhoid. So before using water, we must ensure that it is fit for consumption. And if it is impure, first it should be pured. It has to be purified before we use it. And at home, store water in a clean and covered container. Preventing water pollution. Water is precious. We need to stop the pollution of water bodies around us. Water is very precious liquid and must used carefully. One major source of water pollution is industrial waste. Industries and factories should therefore stop dumping waste into water bodies. They should use proper method to dispose of solid waste. So when factories dump toxic waste into rivers, the water get polluted, and polluted or dirty water is unfit for use and often dangerous. So factories or industries should stop dumping of waste into river or into water bodies. They should use proper method to dispose of solid waste, and wastewater from factories should be treated before it is let into water bodies. Apart from these, we must also stop throwing garbage into river, lake, pond and other water bodies. Not wash clothes. We should not wash clothes and not throw. We should stop throwing garbage into river, lake, pond and other water bodies. should not wash clothes and utensils or bath animals in water bodies like river, lakes or pond. We should keep our environment clean by proper disposal of garbage. We should store water at home in a clean container and cover it properly to avoid contamination and pollution. We should not keep our container uncovered. We should cover it properly to avoid contamination and pollution, and ensure that sewage water from household or other places is not discharged into fresh water bodies. We should not dump garbage. We should ensure that the sewage water from household or other places should not be discharged into fresh water bodies. Should ensure that broken sewage pipes are repaired immediately. If the sewage pipes are broken, should repair it immediately. Save water. Since fresh drinkable water is available in limited quantity, it is very important for us to stop water pollution and conserve water. As the fresh drinkable water is available in a limited quantity, so we should stop water pollution and conserve water. Whenever we use water, we must use it very carefully. We must use only that much of water which is actually needed. Some of the methods you can follow to save water are, so here are some of the methods to save water. The first method, to save rainwater at home. It can be used to water plant, flush toilet, mop floor, etc. The first method, to save rainwater at home. We can save rainwater at home and it can be used to water plants, flush toilet and mop floors, etc. When we bath, we should fill water in a bucket and use it instead of using a shower. Do not leave tap running or leaking when we brush our teeth or wash utensils. We should not leave tap running or leaking when we brush our teeth or we wash utensils. Whenever we leave our home, first we should check all the taps are closed tightly. While washing clothes or utensils, we should use a bucket of water instead of running water under the tap. Water our plant or wash our vehicle. We should, when we wash our vehicle or when we water our plant, we should use a small container instead of long pipes. Remember that if we do not save water now, soon there will not be enough drinkable water for all of us and for our future generation. So it is very necessary to save water now so that we can use it in our future, and we should save water for our future generation. See here a water harvesting tank to save rainwater. It's given in your book. To conserve water means to use it carefully so as to avoid wastage. We can reuse water for different purposes. This is called recycling of water. Thus we know about water resources. That's all for today. We will start the new chapter in the next class. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Have a nice day.